Hello there, Luciano Oliveira, Oliveira Lawyers. I am a U.S. attorney here in beautiful Lisbon, Portugal, and today we're going to be talking about the top 5 disadvantages of applying for the Portugal Digital Nomad Visa. And of course, don't forget to look at our video addressing the top 5 advantages of applying for such visa. Also remember to watch our full review of the Portugal Digital Nomad Visa in Portugal. All right, let's talk about the number 1 disadvantage. That's gonna be taxation. Taxation in Portugal is actually very high, is over 40%. And if your country doesn't have like a taxation treaty with Portugal, that could be really heavy on you. The good thing is like Portugal usually has treaties with many countries, including the United States of America. So hopefully your country of origin is gonna have a taxation treaty and therefore you're not gonna need to pay these crazily high taxes. Disadvantage number 2, Portugal is no longer a secret. There are so many foreign citizens living nowadays in Portugal, and this presence of foreign citizens with US dollars, with British pounds, they are certainly inflating the housing market here in Portugal, particularly Lisbon. Another somewhat disadvantage is like when the holidays and peak summer happen, there is a huge influx of people from all over the world into Portugal. Not only to Lisbon, but pretty much every single city in the country. And that's natural because everybody wants to enjoy Portugal. So during holidays and peak summer, in addition to the residents, you're gonna have this large influx of tourists all over the place. Another disadvantage is in Portugal, for historical reason, it's not so common to have heating like you would see in the United States, for instance. So if you are in a house or an apartment or a condo that doesn't have heating, it is somewhat heavy on the foreign citizen. Another disadvantage is that the Portuguese Digital Nomad Visa is not gonna be here in a few years from now if so many foreign citizens continue to come to Lisbon and other cities. There is a somewhat pushback from the European Union on the Portuguese immigration framework. The European Union thinks Portugal is too friendly when it comes to immigration. All right, I'm gonna give you as a bonus 3 additional disadvantages. The first one, nowadays to qualify for the Portuguese Digital Nomad Visa, you need to have as payment per month at least 3,200 euros a month. That's not in the reach of everyone. And when you compare to other digital nomad visas, for instance, the Brazilian one, you just need 1,500. So 3,200 euros means more than double what you need to qualify for the Brazilian digital nomad visa. Another disadvantage is the bureaucracy. If you're coming from the United States, you're gonna experience a somewhat red tape and bureaucracy when it comes to public services, when it comes to apply for driver license and other things you're gonna need for your life here in Portugal. Still, bureaucracy in Portugal is not as bad as you would find in Italy or even Brazil, for instance. Finally, integrating into the Portuguese society, even though you're gonna make lots of friends here in Portugal, you're gonna see that the Portuguese society is still a little bit conservative. So even though you're gonna have friends, you're gonna go out, you're gonna see that the Portuguese people in general, they are more conservative, and unless you follow those traditions, you're not gonna feel like you are part of the Portuguese society in general. So what is your opinion about these disadvantages? Did you have a different experience? Let me know, how do you like the Portuguese Digital Nomad Visa in the comment section below. And don't forget to download our ebook addressing the 7 most common mistakes made by foreign citizens when applying for the Portuguese Digital Nomad Visa. See you in our next video.